All right, and I think we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cantina Cocktail Hour. It is great to see you all here in the chat. Everybody that's hanging out with us on this lovely Friday evening. So once again, I'm really stoked to have John from the Vintage Collection Facebook group with me on Cocktail Hour to discuss the latest releases from Hasbro Pulse Con, which began today and is continuing tomorrow. John, my friend, how's it going?
Hey, Victoria. Thanks for having me on again. Had a lot of fun last time, so thank you.
Totally. Yeah, it's great to have you back on once again. So we got to start off with our drinks naturally. So I got to ask you, what are you sipping on this evening?
Yes, I'm pretty lame. I don't stray too far from a few cocktails that I like. This is a mule. It's Tito's and Fever Tree ginger beer. Good stuff. Good stuff. And some lime. Just a standard mule in a copper mug.
Well, you know what? I debuted this a couple weeks ago, and I just had to bring it back because it's so refreshingly good. It is the Mando Mule.
Wow. I missed your debut of this. I'm sorry. So you'll have to share, please, what makes it a Mando Mule other than the mug.
Totally. It's the mug. That's really all it is.
Okay.
And it's got a funny story because actually my husband and I were at Galaxy's Edge 3 weeks ago. And everything in the cantina is themed. Like the drinks are all themed. Like I can't think of them. Rum. I don't know. I'm not even going to try because somebody's going to say, Victoria, you're crazy, which I am. But yeah, they all have themed names. There's like the Dagobah slug something, and yeah, they all have themes, right? And then the guy that comes up to us, he's like, well, today's special is a Moscow Mule. And I'm like, oh, does it have like a different kind of name? And he's like, no, it's just a Moscow Mule. I'm like, okay. But it was I'm not gonna lie, it was the best Moscow Mule I've ever had. It was so good.
Oh, wow.
It was so good. So that got me like back into mules, and I've been making them. So actually this shares three of the exact ingredients that you're using. I'm using the exact same ginger beer. I have lime. I'm using Tito's vodka. Yeah. And the only difference, I muddle the mint in there before I put anything in the cup. That's really the only difference. I have a garnish on it, but I mean, it's basically what you're drinking. So
awesome. Well, that's it's awesome that we're drinking the same thing. So cool.
Yeah. Totally surprised. I promise we didn't plan it, guys. We didn't plan it at all.
Great minds think alike.
They sure do. So let's see who is in the chat with us. We have Collector 1970. Hey, Collector. He says, I'm so ready for this. Hello, Victoria and John. Hello. Thank you for coming in. TR Kobe says, it's been ages since I visited this channel. Well, I'm glad you are back. Chad Peak is with us. He says, hello there. Hello there, Chad. Good to see you. We got Utah Dan in the house. Hey, Dan.
Utah.
Toys Are the Way, who was actually shouted out on the stream today, the Hasbro Pulse Con stream. So Toys Are the Way, how's it going?
That's awesome. Haran, hello, man.
Totally. And Utah Dan is here, hoping the Navarro Cantina sales open some Hasbro eyes. We hope so too. We want more play sets. Trey Bob says, hello, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's really nice that it's Friday. Supersaurus Rex, yo, hello, Supersaurus Rex. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so we got a good little group here. Ian, how's it going? Hello there.
Ian, what's up, man?
And SWTBC is in the house. Hey, SWTBC. I don't know which of you guys it is, so we'll just blanket to all of you guys. Welcome.
I'll assume it's Tyler. I was assume that. Who knows?
Yeah, I think he said he couldn't make it because he had to go to sleep.
Oh, that's right.
So who knows? Maybe it's all of them at the same time. Steven Novak. Hey, Steven, how you doing?
Hey, Steve.
And Jurassic Dave. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Contributor on Cantina Chatter. Who else we got here? We got Dean. How's it going, Dean? Good to see you.
Yep. Dean, what's
up,
man?
It is Tyler. He's hanging out with us. Very cool.
Nice.
So yeah, good stuff. So actually, and this cute, and this is really silly, but they at Hasbro Pulse Con, they have that wall of fans thing, where they kind of go back to it every now and then. I was on the wall of fans this morning,
Oh,
When
you
they
were.
I was, yeah, I was like messaging with Chris, and when they cut to the wall of fans, my screen is just black. Like, so if you go back and watch it, you'll see everybody that's there. You'll see Chris, you'll see Mark Newbold on there, but you'll see a little black square next to them. That was me. It didn't work out very well. So yeah,
Too
I might
funny.
try again tomorrow. I might try again tomorrow.
Oh, so you were invited for the whole event.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well,
So
good
yeah,
luck tomorrow.
yeah. Well, that's if I get up early, because it's all East Coast
Yeah.
time. So it's like those Q&As that are
Yeah.
coming up, right? I think we're in the same session. For you, it's probably like a normal like time in the morning. For me, it's like super, super early. So I'm like,
Yeah. No, yeah. I it works out. I'm a state over from well, the headquarters, so it works out that way for us.
right on.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So yeah, lots of interesting things that we saw today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there was some good little nuggets in there, some good reveals on both the Black Series and TVC side, and some pipeline reveals, a cool play set too, and love to talk more about each one of those with you. Definitely.
For sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's I was really excited going into this. Just, the vibes for TVC have been pretty positive lately, and we've been hearing a lot of, well, we've been hearing little whispers here and there, and just the hype behind Star Wars and all these shows that are coming in the near future, and it's just really exciting stuff. So, um yeah, I'm stoked. I was really excited going into it, and I was working when most of it was happening, so I kind of had to wait until like my break to go on and see what was announced. But yeah, I took advantage
Okay.
of those pre-orders and stuff. But yeah, I did watch the stream when I got home. I watched the whole thing, and
Yep.
I'm pretty content right now.
Yeah, and it was, surprisingly easy to get all the pre-orders, right? So that was a nice change as well. So very happy about that.
Totally. So what all did you end up pre-ordering?
I ordered all the TVC stuff I could that wasn't a repack. Minus, I did grab another Ahsoka. So I usually wait on some of the specialty stuff and say, well, I already have that from TVC 1.0. I did see, not to dig into it, but some new robes that looked really, I mean, obviously light years better from a design and aesthetics perspective. Uh, for who is it? The Mace Windu,
Mhm.
Obi-Wan. I don't know if I'm missing anyone. Them two there, and then I'm a big fan of the photo deco, the photo reel, excuse me, and that stuff. So that tends to kind of twist my arm to be like, okay, I do need to update this figure. Um,
Yeah.
so I did not order those yet. I feel like those aren't going anywhere. I'll worry
Right.
about the exclusives like the Emperor Throne, um, getting those troop builders. You don't know when those are going to sell out, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Right on. Did you notice during the stream that Patrick said these fan channel or refresh wave figures are going to have their own separate peg, were the words he used, their own separate peg?
Yeah, everyone was saying, or Chris was saying skew, and I think Vicky said it as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then Patrick, at the end of all of that, reinforced it with their own peg. Right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, good
so
point.
interesting. So it's like, are they going to hit retail then? And they're just going to be marked separately?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, good question. I feel like I haven't really seen. I've seen them at GameStop. I haven't. I don't know why. I didn't see the last. Um, the one with Akbar, uh, Hoth Luke. and Han. I don't think I saw them really too often. Again, I don't know how your neck of the woods is out on the West Coast, but I didn't really see them too much. So, what about you?
Yeah. So contrary to your belief that it isn't like an oasis, when I go to the stores and there's like the shelves are dripping with stuff, it's never the it's very seldom the case. Maybe in more rural areas of the state, but like in my area, there's a lot of competition. I don't know if it's because we have Comic
Yeah,
Con here or what, but there's a lot of competition here.
I can see that.
Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to think of refresh. Like I did see the Royal Guard wave. I saw that pretty heavily at Target.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, pretty much all of the refresh waves I have seen at Target. They haven't like gone to like clearance. They haven't been there for months. I think I have seen them last maybe a couple weeks at the most. But I haven't seen
Yeah,
anything like back up as far as those refresh waves, really. Maybe the Lando Bespin Han wave from last year a little bit kind of sat around.
yeah.
But
I saw those at Ollie's. So it's kind of
yeah.
sad. Kind of sad that they made it there, but you can understand why. But I always forget too. You just reminded me that I forget to look at the clearance aisles at Walmart. I always forget to check that because as we've all seen, Walmart has this habit of just randomly clearancing stuff. Even I think we saw the newest wave, the Emperor wave. Some people took some photos of them at clearance at Walmart. It's like, oh my gosh. So
Walmart is an interesting creature for sure. um yeah, but I forgot where we were going with this.
well, we were talking about what we bought. And what did you buy?
I
Sorry, I like
yeah,
to
I
derail things.
pre-ordered most everything that I could, honestly. The refresh wave, I ordered that from Entertainment Earth.
Nice.
Yeah, the lightsaber I haven't done yet. I want to get that, but I'm
That
waiting
looks
for
awesome.
GameStop. Yeah, GameStop usually for whatever reason they sell them for like $25 cheaper. I don't know what it is. So I'm waiting for them to put that up. I ordered Cobb Vanth in Black Series because I mean Cobb Vanth,
That hurt.
how could you not? I mean, yeah. Um,
No, I meant he looks great. Like it looks great. It's like $32, but he looks amazing.
he does. The Mando set from Target, I ordered that. I figured that even if I don't use
Me
the
too.
Mando figure, like the spiders, right? Like I could use those on the crest, like they were saying in the stream, like
Yeah, that was a great idea.
hmm different
You could
sizes.
combine them all and have all your different size spiders.
They were different sizes in the episode, so
Really. And the Black Series manned up build up pack there that was Target.
Target.
Okay, did it sell out?
No, it was still there a couple
Oh,
hours ago.
hmm.
You gonna get you a
might
spider?
might have to might have to dabble in the Sixer.
I
And
have to.
I was telling you not to derail things. I did buy a Black Series item today. Can I show you?
Yes, do. You got that already.
Yeah. So
Tight.
um, it is the packaging is pretty sweet. I
That's
do
cool.
have the Hot Toys Death Watch Mando on pre-order, so I thought this would look great in my little cabinet with them. Um,
I
you
pre-ordered.
too.
I
You
pre-ordered
too.
two of them. Shh.
Two of them. Wow. Smart move. Smart because they had like different guns, right?
They had different
Um,
guns. They have interchangeable thigh pads, so you can kind of.
oh no! Don't tell me this.
Oh, I mean,
Tell
they're
me.
the same. They're completely the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, anyways, long story short, my cousin has been looking for a PlayStation 5 forever, and we keep missing out on it. And she finally just broke down and said, "I'm going to buy a bundle." And she was like, "Hey, your GameStop." Oh, I'm sorry. One second.
Of course. Yeah, so that's a really cool looking helmet for sure. Really cool looking helmet. I think now that John has that helmet and we both have the Hot Toys Man John pre-order, that I'm gonna have to get that as well. I'm gonna have to get that as well to go with this Mandalorian. I wasn't planning on doing it, but you see, this is how it goes. One of us buys something, we're an influence on the other person, negative, not negatively, but then the other has to buy it as well. So that's the way that this works. So let me see what's going on here in the chat. Mary says, good evening, big spenders. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Good to see you. Is the vintage collection version of that an exclusive? Yeah, the Mandalorian build-up pack with the spider. What's the name of it? And Grogu. That is a Walmart exclusive. So hasn't gone up yet. It probably will mysteriously one day, as things sometimes happen with Walmart. What else we got here? Joshua, it's really nice to be able to tune into Star Wars Collecting Show on Friday nights. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. Glad that we are here to hopefully entertain you a little bit. I just want a spider set. Yeah, so you can buy all the spiders you want. I really like that idea. I mean, if you buy the Mando set, you buy the TVC set, you get the crest, then you can put them all together and recreate that scene. Now, if you do that, we're still going to need Frog Lady. I'm just saying, we're still going to need Frog Lady. And I believe if they ever release that figure, her packaging is not going to say on the name pill Frog Lady. It's going to say something like, some crazy name and then parentheses underneath it, Frog Lady, just going back to the vintage days. All right, so if you have a pro membership with GameStop, they have a massive sale right now. I got the slave one for $119. That is a good deal. Can't go wrong with the slave one. All right, always check the clearance aisle. Always check the clearance aisle. Always check the toy aisle too. Like, who can go to Target or Walmart and not check either of those? Certainly not me. Supersaurus Rex, definitely. I plan to grab more for customs and kit bashes. Right on. TVC Lando should get figure of the year. Okay. So this is an interesting thought. When I reviewed that wave of figures here on the channel, it was really, really tough because I did not expect that Lando was going to be as good as he was. Lando is a friggin' fantastic figure. Possibly a contender for figure of the year. IG-11 is incredible too. I believe that in my review, I said that IG-11 is the absolute best of the wave. I still think that could be the case, but I'm going to need to mull over that one a little bit longer and decide for sure whether or not that's the case. But I mean, we're getting things like Ahsoka, we're getting things like Mandalore Maul, and those are just amazing releases, you know, of a caliber we've never seen before in TVC. So it just makes me really, really excited for the future and what we're going to continue to see as this line evolves and continues to grow. So yeah, that could be a good point, Collector 1970. It could very well be figure of the year. Supersaurus says that his area has pegs full of TVC. I mean, it's Lando, but still.
Hey, sorry about that. My dog had a tick in its ear. So.
Poor thing. It's all good now, though, right?
All good. Sorry about that.
No worries. We're live. Anything can happen. Dean says, I'm in California and it's nearly impossible to find figures here. I got lucky. I even found a Darth Maul a couple of weeks ago. That's something. A Darth Maul is something. I haven't even seen that wave at retail. Tyler says, gotta go, guys. We'll catch up tomorrow. Have fun. Chad says, not buying any of that. It will be out there. So maybe things hitting retail. Toys are the way. More pegs are great. Absolutely, more pegs are great. Rachel says, I got Ahsoka, but nothing else was a buy for me today. Waiting on Bad Batch and TVC, as are we all. But Ahsoka, finding Ahsoka in the stores, that's kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which Ahsoka was that? The the new the TVC one?
The new one, yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Betray Bob says, hopefully those revealed Black Series figures make their way to TVC. That repack Ahsoka is great for me since I missed it the first time. Definitely this will be the definitive version of that specific Ahsoka.
Yeah, I think that was what was tough for me was, you know, Cobb Vanth, Nomad Boba Fett, Mayfeld. Still waiting for those in TVC. So I'm sure they'll come eventually, but that's the stuff that, it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess if anything, the fact that it exists in Black Series makes it a little bit more likely we'll see it in TVC, because at least there's something there for them to work with to some extent.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the pipeline, right, for Din Djarin and Transport Trooper disguise, and
Mhm.
it's like, okay, we'll probably see a Mayfeld as well, we would assume, and what else that could lead to, who knows? But that's a good sign, I guess, and it seems like it's following that similar pattern. I think the Black Series did they get Din Djarin as a Transport Trooper or
Mm,
just Mayfeld? I Maybe they're
I don't
swapping
remember.
them around. Yeah.
I think it's Mayfeld, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe someone can chime in. Where's John Lindquist to inform me of every figure ever made? I need
Where's
him right
John?
now.
Yeah, where's John? I a couple years ago, up to a couple years ago, I probably was John in that sense, but with time, I'm starting to forget a few of them. It's bad.
Yeah. You are pretty well. Oh, Rachel just said just Mayfield.
Just Mayfeld,
So
right on.
maybe they're.
Augustine says, any indication as to what VC denomination will Hasbro use for the Mandu plus Grogu, i.e. VC number or VC number plus A, like the VC 162A, or being a new format, will it support a whole new denomination?
Oh, it's Augustine. What's up, buddy? It's one of our admins in the TVC Facebook group. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know it's a season 2 Mando, right? Because he's got the updated thigh plate, the knee gauntlet. Is that figure coming out just as a single mainline figure? I don't know. It's a good question because the Armory pack was an A denomination, right? And the build-up pack was its own number, right? The Mando Grogu. It was one of those that had like the same number as another figure, right? Like VC 177 or something like that. I feel like I could be wrong.
177A maybe, or
Okay, I didn't think there was. Did it? Okay.
I don't remember.
I think it was
numbering
just
isn't my forte.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's like I don't. At this point, I don't know.
I just
I
want the
don't care.
figure. I just want the
Yeah.
figure. That's an interesting thought, though. I mean, I have a feeling, maybe I'm wrong. I have a feeling that figure is going to come back to TVC mainline because it's been a while. And it might have just a snow deco and just be the figure, and it'll be like, okay, Din Djarin, and it'll be just a variation. But it's got the new ankles, so they put some resources into upgrading the figure.
Yeah, I thought that was huge. A lot of people want that in both Mando and certain figures. I think you've talked about it before, right? In the Bantha Skull guys, right? That certain figures should have that. What is it? Jedi articulation.
Jedi level articulation.
Jedi level articulation, and Mandalorian should. So that's great.
Absolutely, yeah, he should. Mando should always have Jedi level articulation.
Absolutely.
Collector 1970. I'm worried that they asked the Marvel team about how to do the Rancor after the Sentinel's leg thing. I hope it can stand well. I don't know if asking them was a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting, like during the stream, like Eric said that he designed it. So I don't know what I mean, the Sentinel is like this big hulking 3 foot tall. Is it 3 foot tall or is that the other one?
I think it's close to that. I could be wrong.
Yeah. It's big. I don't think that'll be an issue with the Rancor. I mean, obviously I'm not 100% on that, but just thinking of the engineering and, the difference
The
of
weight.
proportions, right?
Yeah.
Rancor's going to be a little lower to the ground, so I don't think it'll be an issue, but
Right. His legs are already kind of
kind of
crouching
squatted.
and
Yeah.
squatting. So it looks great. I'm getting it.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, hey, like you got to be able to appreciate certain
Parts.
certain things. Yeah, I love Return of the Jedi, and I love that creature. Um, I wish we could steal Eric. I think right, Eric, bring him to TVC to bring more creatures to TVC. But because they were talking about how much he loves creatures and monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it looks like a lovely piece to put in your Star Wars room, whatever you collect for Star Wars. So I'm
Sure.
excited about
I don't know where I would put it, but the
it.
same is true for the Razor Crest. I don't know where that's going to go. I have no clue.
Let me see if I can turn my. I got like a couple corners I can probably shove them in.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
You're good. You got room. I don't. I'm totally maxed out. I have no room for the crest anywhere. Something's going to have to give, and I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but
Well, yeah, you have a good problem there that you have a variety of pop culture that you collect, and you have so many things. That's going to be hard to whittle that down. I don't know how you're going to do that, but good luck.
thank you. um, yeah, need the Frog Lady and the crew from episode 6, season 1. Yeah, we do. We need them, and we need all those Mandos still.
All right, we need
And
her.
what's the
We
other
need
guy's name?
her.
Axe Wolves or something?
Oh, X Wolves.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wolves.
Wolves.
Frog Lady would be great. Super Source Rex Frog Lady. That's a good spelling. That's how it would be.
There you go.
There we go.
She comes in a build-up pack with her tadpole babies and like what's his name's head and like a wiring kit to talk through him. What was his name there? The robot, the
Zero.
droid. Zero, whatever's. Yeah.
Abbreviation.
That would be fun.
It would. Totally. Collector 1970 Victoria's Run. Thank you. That's funny.
Nice. Love it.
IG-11 and Boba Fett, though, was set 2020. No, Fett was this year, wasn't he? Earlier this year?
Wait a minute. What's he said? IG-11 and Boba. Yeah, Boba Fett was this year. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think because when you went off from them and I was talking, somebody said Lando's figure of the year, and I was like, well, maybe IG-11's fantastic, Ahsoka's fantastic, Maul is fantastic. I forgot to mention Boba, but yeah, Boba obviously would be.
Yeah, I think he was announced. He was dropped in like October of last year, and then we got him in like February, March.
I have one issue with that figure. I enjoy it so much. His feet are too small and he falls.
Yes.
Thing.
I know we talked about that a little bit in our in your vintage collection podcast, that they put all this great articulation into some figures, and then their feet are so small they can't stand as good as you want.
I mean, I appreciate the high level of accuracy. It's a toy still. On some level, you got to make some slight concession in order for functionality to be there. And I feel like on that figure, that's just one little thing that I think it could have used.
Yeah, especially with the weight of everything on him, from the backpack to the gauntlets to
it's like the Knight of Ren. The Knight of Ren was another one for me that just like no.
Yeah, I think he had a plastic robe or cape that was really affecting his stance too, right?
Yeah, mine, I would just have it leaning on the back of the cape.
Yep, pretty much.
I understand. Yeah. You got stuff already, or we're getting an unboxing?
Oh, your stuff in the back.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I think I'd like to. I think I'd like to do that. Yeah, one of these days. One of these days I'll get around to that maybe.
Yeah, because your other ones for your video for the whole last wave was very informative and went into a lot of detail. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm over analytical. That's my problem. I do that. No detail escapes me, which is kind of a bad thing a lot of the time, but it
It's
is
the
what it is.
artist in you. Um, and Chad's a good customizer. I don't know if you've ever seen his stuff on Instagram. Peak Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know who? Okay.
of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, lots
Cool.
of talent there. I want that beast sat for TBC. So, oh yeah, those were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Disney Parks one with all the creatures, I thought was really cool. I'd love to get that in vintage collection.
Yeah. The Kowakians and
The porgs
the
and
porgs,
the
and there was a
little Fallen Order thing creature.
yeah, yeah, and there's like a
They go in the
Minoc
holes.
and some other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like burrow into the holes. Like you try and grab them, and they just like gone.
Nice. I got to play more of that game. I only made it through a couple levels. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good game. You got to do it. You got to do it. It took me a long time to like actually get around to it because I can never fully commit to games. I'll
Yeah.
start on them, and then like after like a couple plays, no matter how great the game is, I'll just like I'll start playing with toys, and I won't come back to them for a long time. So yeah, it took me like a long time to finish it, but it's a good game. It was really good, really worth it. Um, all right, let's see what else. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the announcements from today. We'll go ahead and look at some
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, so let's start off with that refresh wave that we were talking about.
Yeah, I got something I want to bring up with that. So it's good that you're starting with that. Because Emily made a good point. So when we get to that figure, I'll talk about that. Sorry.
All right, cool. So here is Ahsoka, and I mean, this isn't like a shocking one because I know that when they had the fan poll earlier in the year,
Right.
this was one that did get a lot of votes, and it's not really surprising that they're bringing it back. I just hope they bring back the troop the driver for the combat assault tank because I need some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that was the one that kind of was not as campaigned as much for as the rest of them.
That's the one I
So
voted for because I missed like a bunch of them. I mean, I think I have one of the regular one, and he's in his box. I didn't get any extras of that one because it wasn't easy to find, and
yeah,
even
that was
online.
definitely the darker days of less, I think, production. I think it was in two waves, but they were very quick. I think low volume production waves. So I agree with you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did get two of the commander. Is it with the blue markings? So I have one of those in the tank, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is I mean, she looks good. I know this isn't like the best figure. I mean, when you look at the one they released in the 3/4 inch black series at Walmart in the box, like it's not a great figure, especially when you look at the brand new Ahsoka that we just got. But I feel like at least this looks better. It's got photo real. The paint has been updated. I think they said the skin tone has been changed. So
Yeah. Paint deco looks much better, especially on the head. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
she
The
looks pretty good.
face.
And the sabers look more yellow. Maybe it's just me, but they kind of look a little bit like lighter or something. The color's a little different.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I get jaded with some things. Like I feel like with her, as much as I know a lot of newer collectors were totally priced out of carded collectors were priced out of her, she was kind of setting a premium for the line and keeping this premium sense to the line. And not that that's going to go away, that she's coming back, but I think in some ways that was creating this extra uh, I don't know, collectability to the line that people wanted to get into it. I could be wrong there and um, exaggerating that, but I'm happy though that she's able to be obtained by people who were priced out of the other one. So
For sure. And speaking of Ahsoka, Super Source says, I remember working at Toys R Us when the Ahsoka wave came out. I put out a case on the pegs. That was the only time I've seen them in person. I didn't buy them. I think they lasted an hour on the peg.
Oh wow! I didn't know that wave actually made it to Toys R Us. So
Yeah, I didn't
uh,
either. Um,
cool.
yeah, I used to work at Toys R Us.
That's right.
I did. It was, it was an interesting job.
I bet it.
Um,
I bet it was. You were dealing with collectors like yourself, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So is that how I look like in person? Is that what I'm like, really? Um, yeah, this looks cool. I mean, it's not anything groundbreaking. Yeah, it looks better, and I don't think it's gonna do poorly. It's Ahsoka, right? And I'm excited for it. So she'll be
Yeah,
in my collection.
yeah, and not too long ago, out here, Burlington Coat Factory was getting a bunch of old stock of the Black Series 3.75-inch figures, like maybe 2 years ago, and I managed to grab a couple of her for like my for that collection because I wasn't collecting as much back then.
Right
So
on.
so
Yeah.
I'll have three now. I'll have three loose ones because I do have a TVC one loose. And you know this, you have the TVC one because her joints are orange on her legs. So if you turn her around, you will see orange joints. And I'm going to be lame and grab her and show you.
Words to the wise.
Yes. If I can find her, which I'm having. Oh my God. There she is.
Ahsoka.
So you can see them right there. They're orange joints.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know you have the TVC one. Nerd.
Orange joints. Orange joints, folks. Orange joints. Um. Yeah. So there's another interesting thing here. Let's take a look at this one. This one is an unexpected one for me, but it exists, so that's interesting. What do you think?
I mean, I think some people are like, "Oof, wasn't that part of the wave that tanked the line back in 2012?" I mean, I know that I get the whole draw that it's a main line, main primary character, but there's so many other special repacked figures they could have done.
And
Kit
this,
Kit
yeah,
Fisto. I mean, there's so many from the prequels you could have brought in. So.
and this is like from 2 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, the end of the movie.
They could have done like a character, not a character debut, but like first time ever, like pod racing Anakin, for example, or something. Brand new card, but I mean these are refresh, right? So they're not going to do that.
Yeah, pod
But
racing would have been cool.
when you look at his face, I mean he's totally got that look on his face, right? Like I'm a person. My name is Anakin. He's just kind of like he doesn't look happy at all.
I'll show you. Yeah. Yeah, I think Chris was mentioning that it was pretty hard to get the photoreal application to make it look like he wasn't leering at you or
Yeah,
doing some weird mean face.
yeah. My husband saw. I was watching the stream earlier, and he saw this one come up, and he's like, "Oh, it comes with a snake."
It's a cobra. It's attacking it.
Oh man. But the first one it's a good figure. I mean, the first one was a really good figure nonetheless, but
Uh,
to see it come back is just interesting.
Adam Farr nailed the comment. What he's doing in the only in Qui-Gon funeral scene creeping on Padme.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't need to buy these right away. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm a sucker, so I ordered the case, but
Did you use the code, I hope? Or did you get the 4-pack or
The case.
the full case?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Entertainment Earth has that code right now going on.
Maybe you spin under like the usual threshold.
Yeah, 210-3212. I'm lame. We get this code asked a lot, and right now it's 210-3212. You'll get $15 off.
Yeah, that'll appear in the chat a few times.
But yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, the photoreal is really incredible. Like if you have a problem with it, maybe it's better on newly sculpted figures where it's designed. Maybe the figure's designed more to be in line with where they can apply photo deco properly. But like Antok Merrick, he just looks great, and then it's the photo deco that really I keep saying photo deco, the photo real that makes him look much more realistic. So.
For sure. Speaking of photoreal, I think that this is another good example of the remarkable qualities that photoreal can bring to an old figure.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't really looked at this one yet, so
he looks good. He looks like very realistic.
Yeah.
To me, he looks kind of, well, I was going to say better than the Black Series figure, but pretty much on par, maybe a little better.
Yeah, cool. And look at that robe. Hopefully it's that.
Look at that lightsaber. Remember when they used to put those little flares on the bases of the lightsabers?
Oh yeah.
They started that in 2002 with the Saga line, and then it just like stuck, and then they kept doing that all the way until like a few years ago.
Yep. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Saber hilt looks a little big, but it's okay.
Well, that's he's holding the Force Effects one. That's why.
Good point. Nice.
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks great. So you see ones like this, and I think Obi-Wan, and it's like, yep, I want those. Those are good updates.
Not sure about that pose, but he looks good. Yeah, he's yeah. I hadn't even thought about the lightsaber. It is kind of big.
He's holding the hilt.
Wow, you could put like 4 hands on that. Oh man.
Where we could go with that, yeah. All right.
Yeah, let's yeah, another interesting pose here. He's like, woo.
Yeah. That's where right when he strikes he's about to strike. He loses a hand right there.
That's where he's gonna lose the hand. Yeah. Oh man. Was it just those? There was another refresh.
Yeah. Did we miss Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I must have missed Obi-Wan. Was he not in here?
Or did they miss him? Oh.
I think either they missed. No, he's right here. He's just not.
He's not in order.
Nah, he's not in order. All right, so here's Obi-Wan. This is another figure that's been around the block a couple times over the last 11, 12 years. But main character, Attack of the Clones. Next year's the anniversary of Attack of the Clones, right? 20th anniversary. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? A few of these are Attack of the Clones, right? Was it just him and Mace?
Yeah, him and Mace.
Yeah. Okay, and that his head looks great. The photoreal and the paint apps and the robe. So that's a good update for sure.
Yeah, he looks a little weird to me. Like the face doesn't look quite right.
It's almost like it's from like a Disney movie. It's
like a cosplayer.
A cosplayer.
Yeah, or he looks like very animated. You're right.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe it's just some of the the one they had almost looked a little lighter too. Mm-hmm. Like it looked almost like he had like reddish hair. But one thing that was interesting that was when Emily was presenting him, she obviously made comments about 2022, and this is not the only Obi-Wan figure we'll be getting.
Surely.
she said that right in that certain way, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, there's the Obi-Wan series coming out, but I thought the interesting thing there was that, hey, we're gonna try to hopefully give you some figures when the media is like happening or relevant, which is something, right, we've all been asking for, is
Yeah,
try to give us some stuff while the media is either launching or happening, please.
for sure.
So
Yeah. No, that yeah, that would make sense. I mean, that'd be the time to do it, time it out with that series. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be pretty massive, I think. But
oh yeah, I can't wait. And yes, Chad, he does have an epic mullet.
he does, and he
So
has a giant fur coat too.
that
With
would
this
be pretty badass if they just had all these sweet fur coats they were
uh,
rocking around instead of robes.
Obi Pimp Kenobi. Um yeah, he could go swimming in that robe though. That robe is ridiculously huge on him. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I don't think Mace's was that bad.
No, I don't think so. Look at that. Look at the sleeve. Oh my
Flair. It's
word.
back. It's back.
Yeah.
Bell bottoms are back.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
style. It's the style.
It's style. It's
Bell
style.
bottoms, bell sleeves.
Bell sleeves. Uh,
Yeah, this is an interesting one for sure. Yeah, there he goes.
that's why Ahsoka has her her mom jeans on, her skinny jeans. It's not hip to have bell bottoms if you're a mom. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
what my
not. I
that's what
guess
my
not.
wife says. I don't know.
So take a peek here in the chat, see what's going on. Kia Ora, Victoria and John from the middle-aged Kiwi men collecting Star Wars figures. Very nice, very nice. Love New Zealand. Was there a few years ago and it was rad. Want to go back.
Oh, nice. I know Dion was on too. He's in New Zealand too. So cool.
Nice. Yeah, I think I did see him in here too. Adam says, watch the series. With the series coming soon, not surprising that there are Obi in there. Yep. Probably gonna want a lot of Obi-Wan merchandise next year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Chad is talking my favorite conspiracy theory. Hasbro takes unsold figures back to China, opens the mall stores, and for years repacks them. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a good conspiracy theory, but it doesn't mean it's.
Yeah. It's in it. It's
Uh,
entertaining for sure.
yeah, Dustin agrees with you. Strong hints today. We are getting Obi-Wan Disney plus figures in TPC.
Yeah.
Here's Dion right here. Guys, if you're ordering through Entertainment Earth, order via the links on the TVC Facebook page. Help them out and support all the great work they do for us and the community. Absolutely. Make sure you do that.
Thank you. Very appreciated, Dion. Yeah, we do a lot of giveaways. We try to do that type of stuff, and it goes certainly towards that. So thank you.
Absolutely. Great resource for sure, too. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at. You want to take a look at that Navarro Cantina?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the thing I was I don't know, loving the most in some ways. So
All right. Yeah, I showed that one. I pointed out to my husband. He doesn't care about this stuff, but I pointed out to him. He's like, "Oh, that's cool."
oh nice.
He's like, "That's the one you have, but it actually is 3D."
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
this one, this one includes the Death Trooper, which we knew this. They revealed it for the first time to me actually in the last Q&A session that this was going to be the pack-in.
Oh, right.
So this, we have the carbonized version that I know everybody loves, and so it's not really a surprise that it's back in TVC in some form, and I think this is a good outlet for it since it has been again around the block a few times before. So this is a pretty cool. It looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, can't deny that it looks cool on that card.
Yeah. No. The card collectors get very excited for that type of stuff. It's nice to see a different film out, and yeah, it's more love.
Yeah, and it's not like one of those like renders that's been done in Microsoft Paint. It actually looks like it's an actual photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah, and he's got the he's actually a little more accurate, right, to the film. He doesn't have
Yeah.
his bandoliers or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call
I just noticed something, and they kind of pulled a Luke Skywalker in this one. Look at the name pill. It's just white.
it. Oh yeah,
Maybe it's
and
not
that's
plain.
there's paperwork in there.
Oh, you're right. There is.
Uh, hmm.
Yeah.
Could have some variants going on here.
Yeah. They're pulling a Luke Skywalker again.
Yep. Good call. Yeah, there was like 6 different variants.
Too many. Yeah. So that would be a tricky one because you buy Navarro playset, you don't know what's in there if there is variants on it. So,
Right.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Good stuff.
somebody asked in the chat if this one had the pauldron, and no, it doesn't look like it has the pauldron. It's got the weapons, but no pauldron, which would be or show accurate. Sorry, to Mandalorian. They didn't have pauldrons.
Yeah.
Not that it would hurt if it did, but it wouldn't be accurate, I guess.
Yeah. So they're trying to, again, please everyone and make sure they're trying to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah, it still has that flashlight thingy on its helmet. It's like this.
Right. It's like, oh man, I don't even know if I noticed that, but
The flashlight thing they never used in the show, in the movie.
Right.
It's like right here on its head, like this. Like, but yeah, this is the playset right here, and it'd be looking pretty good.
Yeah. I think I've talked to you about this, and I think we both agreed. Like, it'd be great to have accessories and stuff with these play sets, not just fixed accessories or anything like that, like in the Jabba's play set. But I'm excited for that. I think it's great.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool, and I think in the live stream they had they showed what it looked like with 2 connected, right? Like you could put it on the side and make another wall.
Yeah, there was like another. I think they showed part of it on the box that like it had
In the box, okay.
another door. I don't know if the pictures show it, but I think they said Emily was talking about you can put another wall and have another bar or the other side. I was trying to understand it myself. I don't know.
Okay.
But I know I think a couple of the pictures show at least just another side wall there with another door possibly. And I'm curious if those doors are cardboard and
I
if
hope
they're
not.
just like, because there's no slide out. So how would it doesn't look like there's room for that to slide in. Okay. That's what she was referring to, right? There's another.
Yeah. So there's 2 bars on this one. If you look at this first photo, there's just the one bar.
Yeah.
So what they did is if you buy a second one, you can make like the full bar, I guess.
Okay, that's what she was saying. That's what she was saying right there.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's got the bar stools. I like that.
Yeah, I love it. And again, you can buy 2 of these on Entertainment Earth right now and use the $15 off coupon 210-3212.
Deanna says, does the bar come with the Mando meal beverages?
Looks like there's one in there. Yeah.
It kind of does. Yeah.
Yeah. Some spatchka or whatever they call it.
Some spatchka. Yeah. Super Sora says, someone said good use of cardboard on the streams. I believe the doors are cardboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know they said the window is cardboard and they are cardboard. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you, Hernan. Thanks, man. I know they said, right, that the window, it could be battle damaged and you can flip it over, which they show here, can be undamaged. That looks damaged though. So
they both, let's keep going. Maybe there's well, if you look on the right side there, it's undamaged.
That's the undamaged part. I think they show, there's like 10 pictures for this. So
yeah. The droid.
Yeah. Didn't like Mark Hamill do one of the voices of? Oh, wait, he did the voice of a EV-99, I think, type droid. Yeah.
Yeah. So multiple. Look, the Death Trooper in the back does have a pauldron. You see that? The one in the back there?
Oh, look at that. And then that white cup, the clear cup there looks like yak faces from the barge cup. So if you need a yak face cup, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, those accessories look great. Like all the stuff on the bar, it's got like bottles, and I like that.
I love it. I think it's great.
I think I'm gonna customize my own into like Victoria's actual cantina, and then I'll make a figure of myself. And
Oh my God, that would be amazing. You should get like Utah Don or Chad to help you out with that if you need help with that. Chad's doing some really cool stuff with ZBrush now, so he could make your head legit.
Ooh, okay.
Do it up, Chad.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine what I'd look like as an action figure.
Me too. Me too.
Well, you already are an action figure, aren't you?
Is there one of me?
I think so.
Is it like, someone pointed out like the Royal Guard kind of looks like me, and I was like, yeah, I wish I was that tall and handsome. Thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say your custom. Is it? Do you have a custom Vilken? Don't you? That kind of looks like you, or
Custom what?
Vilken?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Where is he?
Y'all got to check this out.
Where am I? He fall? Oh my God, he fell. Oh.
Yep, right there.
There he is. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good likeness. That's a pretty good likeness for sure.
Thanks. Too funny.
Very cool. Let's see. Middle-aged collectors as with a neon sign that says Victoria's Cantina cocktail hour. Yeah, for sure. And then Chad says Peppy Bo for everyone. So Chad is speaking my language there. Peppy Bo, make it happen. Make it happen. That's the next campaign. After we get the tonicas, it'll be Peppy Bo.
Cantina character, right? Yep.
Peppy Bo, that's Jar Jar's girlfriend in Clone Wars. Yeah, I definitely want to figure out Peppy Bo. So what else did they have? What else did they have? So there was there's Navarro playset. We looked at the refresh. Oh, ooh, okay. Something we haven't touched on yet. And this is a pretty significant one that is quite exciting, I would say. This is the Rebel Fleet Trooper multi-pack.
Yeah. Pretty. A lot of people are pretty excited about that. It's got some good variety, and Captain Antilles, right?
Yeah. Didn't they say in the stream that like the set is based like on the first few in the front? Like to me, I kind of took that as maybe they're going to do more of them at some point if the set does well.
Oh, more sets of just troop builders in general, or
Well, I think it was Patrick when he was talking about the box. He said that this set is based on the first four characters on the front of the box.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry.
But he said the first four or something, and that kind of the way he phrased it kind of made me think like, oh, maybe the other ones will get around to it at some point.
That's interesting. That's great that you pointed that out. I don't know if I need more than these guys, but I wouldn't say no to another set. But what was it? It was like $42, wasn't it? I mean,
something like that.
It's not. I mean, again, it's four figures. It's not a. I think that made a lot of people happy to go back to that real quick. That price. You know, I think a lot of people were worried they were going to be like $15 each, and I think they're doing collectors right by keeping it that, this is not on a card, and there's no extensive card art per se, other than a decent black and white stylized box, but we're keeping the price down, which is, I think, says a lot.
Yeah, it does. And they look good. I think the heads look really good on these guys.
Yeah.
Um, maybe slightly necklace.
I was gonna say, where's the neck?
Yeah. Where are the necks? But they look good. They look good. The heads are really good. I don't know. I don't know. They're based on any actual like characters. I know one of them is right, other
Yeah,
than Antilles, but I don't
right.
know if the other two are based on anything from the movies. Maybe
I know
one.
some customizer chat I'm in. They had some issues with Antilles being completely accurate from like the waist down, but I'd have to go back and take a look and see. I don't think he had cargo pants, but
Mm.
but
But it's the same figure, right? They just repainted the outfit, I guess.
yeah, I think he had more of like the flared kind of officer pants, if you will, and
Mm.
but what can you do?
Yeah. What can you do? Well, I mean, we did get this character back in I think 2003 as
Yeah,
and he had that long neck so that you could put Vader's like hand
yeah,
around his.
yeah. He could extend his neck up a bit so he could hold him up high. Yeah, yeah.
This one might
There's
not be able to do that.
there's some extra guns there, some extra blasters. I'm never
Yeah,
good with the names.
yeah, me neither. They're just rebel troop. That's all they need to be, right? They just get shot anyway, so or cut down,
Yeah.
or force choked, or tossed.
Right. Yeah, looking good.
Yeah. So this one, so okay, it's another TVC reveal, and I think they actually had this picture up when they were showing the Black Series one, didn't they?
Yeah, they goofed. They goofed. They had him in the backdrop on the screen there. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not. They're putting that. They're gonna put him on that card. That's a black. Wait, that's not. That's a TVC logo. Wait a minute.
Yeah. This one is going to be tricky to put inside a clamshell.
I know people are in our in the Facebook group. We're pretty much saying I don't know if I have a clamshell. Someone did say they made one back that fit a monoman. I can never say that right, but I was like, really? There was some kind of clamshell that fit a monoman. Well,
I
so
remember that.
yeah, but
But yeah, it looks it's cool. I mean, this is I think I'd seen some people asking for something like this, like more accessories for Mando to interact with, more stuff like
yeah,
this. And the last set seemed to do really well. So
yeah,
here's another. Um, I kind of do wish they would move away. And this is just totally me being nitpicking, but like I know they keep using orange for the name pill in the background on Mando.
yeah,
So I would, you know, I
yeah.
it's just a nitpick, like I said.
I
um,
I I agree with that. Give it some variety, especially in like you know they're on what's it called again, Maldo Crease. Um, yeah, it's almost doesn't really suit that film out. Um, that's a looks like an artistic film out there.
it does,
Mm,
huh?
yeah. uh, hmm. It
Mm.
looks nice from afar. We'll see.
Yeah, but good accessories. I mean,
Yeah.
we seldom get like really good accessories these days. And I feel like this is a good way to do it. The spiders look good, the egg looks good, and the snow deco on his outfit looks really nice. So
Yeah, and I think they said four of the snake spiders legs are articulating, which you can see
yeah,
two of them right in the front there. So, I think Vicky was moving them around. Someone was moving them around, um, which is awesome. So it's not just like this, um, unposable type of accessory. So even the accessories are posable.
yeah. So I think this one has the rocker ankles, and they also said the thigh pad is new too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that got a lot of people pretty excited that it's got the accurate thigh plate there, and I think the knee gauntlet. I don't think he had that at the end of season one. and I think they were pretty accurate with that. It's the season 1 Beskar Mando. So, and then people were just really excited for the rocker ankles. So
Yeah. And this one is a Walmart exclusive, right? It just hasn't. We don't know when it's going to be released or anything.
yeah, and hopefully they don't get canceled, and they will have thicker card backs, and it will have even thicker card backs because it's such a bigger card and bubble, right? I think they usually do that. Yeah.
Looks cool. Looks cool. I just hope it's not, people are going to buy a lot of this one, not just because, if it's Walmart, right? So you're going to want to order extras just in case one of them comes mangled. But also if you want to army build the spiders, you can creature build your spiders or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but it's like $26.50.
It's a little pricey. Yeah.
So, a couple sets, maybe, one to keep carded and 2 to open. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Why not?
Right?
Yeah. This is fun, some of these pictures. Oh, there he goes for the egg.
That was like I don't know. For me, this episode was kind of like, this is weird.
Yeah, very alien-esque. Very.
Yeah.
It was creepy. It's like if I was to rewatch season 2, I probably would skip this episode. Not because it's bad. It's just like I don't like spiders for one, and like 2.
Yeah.
You
got
claustrophobic.
You got the frog lady kind of running away to go to the spa, with her babies, and like, like, what are you doing? Why don't you get over it?
Doesn't tell anybody where she's going.
Right. So
and obviously she communicated through Zero about being able to that she needed to get home, and then she can't like let Mando know through the same means that hey, I gotta go take a bath. So
I'm a frog. We also hang out in the water. We're feeling froggy.
We're amphibians.
Amphibians. Yeah, the exact price is $26.49. And I know some people in the chat are kind of freaking out a little bit about that, but again, it's yes. I think sign of the times. Prices are, rising everywhere. Resin prices, as some of them probably know, being 3D printers and stuff, have gone up. But I think with this too, I think you got to think at least the spider again is articulated. That's a new sculpt. There's probably some tooling that went into that. So yeah, should have been 20 max. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it does have new parts, right? It's got new deco. You get some pretty cool accessories. I mean, yeah, it's a little steep, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say, especially these days.
Yeah, I mean the rocker, like you're saying, the rocker ankles. There's extra paint deco on him, and then all those newly tooled accessory spiders. It's probably pricing out.
There's a comment here, Super Source. Considering how figures are shipped nowadays, it will fit in a clamshell, i.e. they fold it in half to get it to you.
See, they just need to send you your taco or your burrito? What was the one you had?
Yeah, the one that was all folded, like origami.
The origami one. That was it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Walmart.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, Walmart. Augustine says, Hasbro may reuse part of the spider mold and add it as an accessory for a future Kanan line version figure.
Yeah, buddy. Here's hoping.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're past Rebels. Like, I think the window is
Yeah, unfortunately.
with all the shows coming too,
Yeah, if they can come back or put them in live action somehow, who
in
knows?
2028 or something, 2029.
Right. Yeah. 15-year anniversary in 2030.
I was ready to put Grogu out the airlock during that episode. Daniel says, surprise Hasbro has not given us anything with Jedi, Luke, and Mandalorian packaging. That would be an easy reuse or repack. Yeah. I mean, they'd probably have to, at minimum, tool up a new head. Well, the last time they did it, the hair piece was separate, and it was just glued on. So I wonder if they could just redo the hair and put that on the figure and sell that.
Yeah. I don't even know where to go with that because, right, he looked different, but what was it? It was the hair. It was the de-aging. I don't know what they do unless would they just cop out and do a black robe or black cloak? I don't know.
That's what Hot Toys did, right? I mean, they basically they're going with they match the CG basically, or they match the way he looks.
Yeah. I don't know if Hasbro will do that, but I'm sure he's coming at some point, right, with the fandom forum. So see what happens.
The episode where cute Grogu almost commits genocide. Yeah, he ate a lot of those eggs. I don't know how he got that last one. In that episode, he had like one more. And he's like,
yeah.
he's hiding it in his coat, or
he's saving it for snack.
Saving it for the right time.
Snack time. Yeah.
I almost felt like maybe Frog Lady gave it to him. Like, here, one more, no more.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, you're right. It's such a weird episode.
It was. I mean, yeah, you chuckle at some parts, but it was like, man, what's going on here?
Supposed to have everyone that interacted with the crest in season 1 is what Patrick said a few streams ago. Oh well for that. Yeah, I think they walked that back a little bit, didn't they? Like, I think in a subsequent stream or something, he said it would be most of the figures or nearly all of or something, some technicality. But
yeah, I think he was trying to say the main character.
Queel, IG-11, I guess. Yeah, cool stuff. That one clone trooper looks like Dutch. the rebel trooper. That's kind of true.
Doug Chiang.
Doug Chiang.
Who's Doug Chiang? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, good point.
Good stuff. It could be Jedi Luke and R2-D2 multi-pack and Mandalorian packaging, both TVS and the Black Series.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I kind of almost see that as like a convention kind of thing, right? Like you open these cardboard like doors up and you see all three of them there.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like, what's his name with Jurassic Park there? John Hammond. Right, Hammond?
Which you got, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I didn't get the exclusive one. I never got that one. But, yeah, but it makes me think of that one, right? Isn't that how he came?
Yeah, he did. The doors open and he's like in there with the,
It's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about any of the pipelines or go through some of the Black Series stuff. I'm fine with that. Up to you.
Yeah, pipelines for sure. So I don't have a list of those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
I have a photo.
Even better.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Sure. Or I think you could actually, do you have the share button on your...
Yeah, let me see if it's in my, actually, I can, let me see here. Go to my photo. Oh, let me go to my photos real quick. Did I lose you?
here's one we plug in for multiple things. And now it's Obi-Wan.
I don't know if you're hard to hear, but I'm having a hard time hearing you a little bit. Oh, I think you're good now.
Yeah, so let's see here. Oh my god, 332nd and Mall Mando, guys. Yeah. The 332nd, that is one that it is,
Yeah.
I hope is a brand new sculpt. There it is. I hope that's a brand new sculpt for that clone trooper.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of problems with that, right? They're a little too skinny in the legs and never really proportionately accurate.
Yeah, I feel like that's, they just invested in doing this brand new stormtrooper that they're going to be able to get so many different versions out of, and I kind of feel like they could do the same thing with the clone if they wanted to, like brand new clone, more proportionate body, one that doesn't look anorexic, one that doesn't have a big old bucket head, just a more proportionate.
The bucket head.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I would like to see that, but I don't know. I'd be shocked if they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So
which version of Din Djarin is that in your photo?
Yeah, that's the what was it, like the second to last or third to last episode of season 2 with
Oh, so he's wearing the same the trooper outfit, the transport.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't notice that earlier.
I just I love that episode. I mean, the character development,
mm-hmm.
And Bill Burr, it really surprises you in that episode. And then there's the whole, cafeteria. That'd be a great play set, right? Like Imperial cafeteria with Valen Hess as the exclusive figure. And it can come with like a lunch tray and some coffee, some snacks, some sandwiches. I don't know.
Yeah. And then they kind of blow it up at the end. I did kind of feel a little bad when they blew it up, because when they show them getting there, they're all cheering them on, and you see just like regular people, like kind of just like plumbers and stuff, just doing their jobs, and then like blow up the truck. Ouch.
We all gotta sleep at night.
Oh yeah, well now they're gonna sleep for good.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep at night because I just blew up all these people. It's gonna help me sleep. But yeah, I mean, take that out of it. Pretty great episode, and
it is a good episode.
A lot of us, some of us were hoping to see this transport trooper body because you can get a mud trooper out of it at some point. So for me, I'm hoping, I know the Solo figures and movie didn't do as well as, it didn't do well, but we all have figures we want from that movie. I know you have a few, and I agree with those. And
top 5 for me for sure. If I just gave you my top 5 list, like Kessel Kier would be on that list. Such a glaring omission from the line.
She needs to be in the line. Yeah,
at
absolutely.
least. I mean, obviously Dryden Voss and Beckett and Rio would be great, but at bare minimum, we need that Kira.
I think, unfortunately, with stuff like that, it's like it's going to take them coming back into Disney Plus Entertainment. And I can see that happening. I feel like there's been a lot of rumors on that. So here's hoping they do something with that.
Maybe she could appear in Lando series. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's definitely quite a few figures from there that would be great. But those people who love their troop building armies, the Mud Trooper I think would do really well, and you can even do a Han Mud Trooper if you had to, but just a standard. I think they might be bringing back the Mud Trooper
Hmm.
in more media because I don't know they have. I saw it somewhere that they might bring it back, so it's like, well, that happens.
I saw that too. Was it Andor? It was a rumor for something that we might see those again.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's just one of those that would do really well, and the whole they have the whole getup except his helmet. So.
I hope that Krennic is in that show. I think if he's in that show, that'll be our best bet for getting him in TVC.
Yeah, that's way overdue. I mean, if any villain's overdue right now, I think it's Krennic.
I think so too. I mean, I know a lot of people want Dooku. We have Dooku. He's not in TVC, but we have some really good Dooku figures.
Exactly.
We have a 5 POA Krennic, so we need Krennic.
Exactly. So I was just watching the end of Rogue One the other day just to watch that whole battle scene on Scarif and steal some lines from Antok Merrick for an opening I did. And it's such a great movie and such a great ending to a movie. So I'm with you.
Yeah, lots of content that is coming. And, me and Tim from Boss Band, you were talking in the last Vintage Collection podcast episode how, it's going to be quite, I don't envy the position Hasbro is in. There is just trying to juggle that, 4 shows will be coming out next year. Boba Fett is coming at the end of this year.
Right.
And that's like just the very first episode. The rest of it is going to be in 2022.
Yep.
4 series in 2022. How do you do that while also finishing the 96, while also making Clone Wars, while also making some prequel stuff? Not easy.
Yeah. It makes it it just makes it hard to go back and get stuff you want. That's a main villain should not be hard, but yeah, it definitely makes it a lot harder to go back. So
for sure. So yeah, I guess they'll just have to do their best and try and. I mean, I think what I talked to Tim about this. I feel that the best approach would be to at least try and tackle like 2 from each of the new shows. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Like who the main players are going to be: Cassian Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Fennec Shan. So I mean, Ahsoka, right? So I feel like focus on like 2 of the heavy hitters from those shows, see what the fans latch onto and want, maybe campaign for figures of, and then try and slot those in over the coming years. I think if they're, obviously they're never going to go all out on any of these series. They're just going to touch on them a little bit.
Right.
2 figures for each show, time it so that they release somewhat around the release of the show. And then from there, you can still fill out your waves with Mandalorian, with OT, with prequels, with whatever else, you want to put in there and create well-rounded waves as they've been doing as of late.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we have 1 figure from season 2 of The Mandalorian, so it's like they're going to be playing catch up for a while, and you might as well just fill in some of those gaps that you have where you have a good amount of stuff and chip away at the newer stuff as you go. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Yeah.
For sure.
And many other people do as well. People are saying Baze Malbus, Solo needs more love. Therm Skizzer Punch and TVC anyone. Kira and Krennic are a must. Look at all these great comments. So
Master Code Breaker. Yeah, I'm sure that's a priority. It's in the parking lot.
That's great. Yeah, Mayfeld on pilot outfit, I guess, will follow suit if that happens. We then may get Valen Hess, and that would open the door for Hasbro to start pumping Imperial officers into the line. Yeah, I mean, if Thrawn is coming to the Ahsoka series, he could also open that door as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think we probably stand a pretty decent chance of getting like Baze Malbus, Bodhi Rook. I mean, we've already gotten a few of the Rogue One team. I feel like that's easier for them to like slot into the next year, 2 years. I think that's doable. Solo and some of the sequels at this point probably not.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, like Patrick has stated that HasLab keeps evolving. And my thing is, okay, well, you've done ships, you're doing a creature in the Black Series. What's left? What's left is getting out dream figures. And I think they could do a couple of those a year and do a group of figures. And yeah, it's got people have to pony up for them and know that they're going to be more expensive, but I'd rather pay a little more out of my pocket for something than not have it at all. So
Yeah, I mean, ultimately that's what it comes down to, right? This line has gone away from being a kid's line. It's certainly a collector focused line. They made that clear. I think the line can support projects like that. I mean, it's not ideal. But if it comes down to that or nothing, I think a lot of people would support it.
yeah, and I see some comments in the chat, like some people explaining why they like a movie or not, and even if it, look, I just love the characters and think some of them would just make great figures as well. It's like I don't even have to put my opinion of was the movie good or bad. It's just there's certain, I think, characters and figures that would just be great to have our stylistically or artistically and have the line. So
Yeah, a good toy is a good toy.
Yeah, exactly.
I have toys that I've never even seen the movies for, just because they're cool.
Awesome.
So I can't really have an opinion on those films, I guess. But I like the toys because the toys are well engineered, good likenesses, and details. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So I'm good with that. And again, I'd rather pay $5 or $10 more for something per figure that is a dream project, and it's going to take that to get it, than not have it at all. And that those could also open up doors for other things that for tooling that could be leveraged for other stuff. And I think people need to start thinking about that they're the tooling library is a big driver in other things being made, right? So you're going to see Mayfeld as a transport trooper first because you can get 2 figures out of him.
Which he made very clear before.
What's that?
Which he made very clear before.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes pointing out the obvious, whatever, but like this is a smart business decision. I mean, so yeah, you get 2 easy ones from the same episode, and then you can use it for a couple other figures from another series that people have been asking for. When did Solo come out?
2018.
Was it 2018? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for 3 years, I mean, feels like a long 3 years, doesn't it? Feels like a long year and a half, but yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Solo should have had a Falcon with Lando and L3 instead of the Galaxy's Edge one that they did.
Ooh. There's, I mean, yeah, that was interesting, right? Because that was really supposed to only be at Galaxy's Edge, I think, in a few select targets, and then
But the parks are closed, and
yeah, and then we all got it.
and who wants to go to Disneyland and carry around a box of that size all day? I wouldn't.
Yeah. Can I pick this up at 9 o'clock at night when my feet are killing me and my kids have run all patience out of me and I'm broken. I don't know if I
Yeah,
want to do that.
that gives me anxiety. Like I did that last time we went with. I bought the Legacy like reforged lightsaber, and just like I'm thinking about it the whole day. Okay, I don't want to carry it around, but what if they sell out? What if I go and it's
Oh,
gone? Like that
good
just gives me
point.
anxiety the entire day. So
I can
I'm
see
trying to
that.
have fun. I'm trying to have fun, and then I'm like,
My saber. My saber. My friend from work, he brought me back Luke's saber and his there it is. It's right there in the corner.
nice.
He brought me back, yeah, the hilt and the lightsaber all the way for like on an airplane and everything. So I can't imagine what stress he was going through.
That's cool. That's a good friend right there.
Yeah, he bought one for himself. He got like Vader's I think Vader's lightsaber and uh the what do you call it? Actual ignited saber part of it. So he was going to do it for himself, but it was awesome for him to do that. So
Yeah, that's true. The good thing is though, like if you ever buy more, like once you have one blade, it'll work with any of the sabers. So
that's right.
all you'll need is just to carry around the smaller the hilt. It's like in a box.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah,
but
so cool of him to do it. Yeah.
so cool. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about a solo Millennium Falcon, what that could have been
Oh
like
yeah.
in the vintage collection, never gonna happen. But can you imagine how awesome that could be?
Yeah, it had the escape pod in the front there because they had it for the is it the 5 POA line, the Force
Yeah,
Link line,
before. Oh yeah, where you have to lay the figure in it to get it to fit.
right?
Oh man.
But yeah, man, that people love the Falcon. They would buy it.
For sure. So I'm going to do another run through here of the questions and
Yeah.
comments. When are we going to get a Dark Trooper in both TBC and TBS? Such a no-brainer army builder figure from Mandalorian. So I'm actually a little surprised they didn't pipeline this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, takes them what, like 18 or a month and a half, 18 month or a month and a half, a year and a half, 18 months to try to put, something together to get it to production. I think they're just playing catch up right now, and hopefully we see something like that pretty soon.
I hope so too. That is yeah, that's a bona fide need and one that is going to do very well once put up for pre-order.
How much will it cost? Will be the question.
For just one?
Is it going to be Is it going to be a regular figure? Is it going to be more of a, because they were pretty big.
I think you could do a regular figure with it.
Okay.
I think you could. I think they could pull that off, and then from there, you just order 20 of them, and you're good.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and it'd be cool too if they had something, right, where they have one kind of like what Hot Toys did, where you can swap out the top part of it. Well, I know with the Hot Toys one, I think you couldn't swap it out, but had more of a crushed from the force crush that Luke did to it. That could be really,
Like the
really
Hot
fun.
Toys, it comes with that. Like the Luke,
Yeah.
he comes with like the crush, like upper half of one of the
Yep.
troopers.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
DM says an additional injection of a 12 to 18 figure wave per year released via HasLab is definitely the way.
I think people would pony up the money. I mean, I just don't know how many backers they need to do something like that. I think that's the big.
Yeah, that's
because that's the thing,
tricky.
they made, with the Razor Crest, you think about the success of that and probably how much they tooled into that and how much they got out of that. You're not going to get that out of a figure set.
No, you're
So
not.
it's tough.
But Better Bob says, do you think fans would support a subscription-based online only line from Hasbro Pulse like the old He-Man Classics line that Mattel did, or do you think retail is still the way?
Yeah, what do you think?
That's tricky.
Yeah.
I think if the goal is for the line to grow and to attract more customers and to continue to be really successful, then you have to offer it to every retailer that can support it. If you go directly through Hasbro and then it doesn't become more of like a Pulse sort of thing, and other retailers aren't getting things to sell, then that could be detrimental. I see pros and cons to that. I mean, it's obviously good because you can go straight to the source and get your figures, and you're on a subscription, you're going to get everything no matter what. But we can kind of already do that if you work hard enough, right? You can pre-order all your stuff. If your timing is right, if you're lucky, right? You got to be lucky sometimes. You can mostly get everything, I feel like, if, with enough diligence. So I don't feel that it's necessary. I do see, the benefits of it, but I also see some negative aspects of something like that.
Yeah. No, you bring up some good points there with having this limited reach for something. And I think we all know Disney, and they like things to be sold everywhere, and it's a hard sell for the Star Wars brand. But I'd be all in on it if it was offered. You could have so much fun with it. Like, be like different tiers of, I just want everything, or I want to pick certain themes of, movies or sagas or whatever. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Collector 1970, what are your thoughts on Hasbro Pulse pulling Star Wars from early pre-orders?
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pay for the service. I feel like they have a few things they need to figure out. If everything was constantly in stock, or you could at least pre-order it for when it does go in stock, that's a good benefit. Like if you're guaranteed you're going to get something from it. But whenever you look, things are constantly out of stock. Oftentimes Pulse gets things later than other retailers do. So for me personally, I don't see the incentive, but then for them to actually continue to take things away from that could potentially be perks if you are paying for the program. I don't think that's great. So I think they have a few things they need to figure out about how to work Hasbro Pulse's subscription service.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I finally bought it, after having it, like 2 years for free, or I forget how long it was.
It was a while.
Yeah, it was a while. And it's almost like, when you have insurance at work and like you never use it, and then they change the insurance at work and then you have to start using it. But anyway, that's what I felt happened is they only had a couple Black Series exclusives available, I think earlier in the year, that Pulse Premium members could buy ahead of time. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember. But then they had a window where, anyone could buy them. I think that was the last time we saw something like that. And again, I could be wrong. They might not have even been the option to. But that's one of the perks of a premium member is if you get alerted and are able to shop when something's back in stock or available as an exclusive before any non-premium member. And that's been completely taken away for the Star Wars brand. So why isn't that happening in both those fronts? And what's the point of paying $50? I mean, I can buy all the other stuff on Amazon. I understand I have an Amazon account, or I can, get free shipping with Entertainment Earth, or what is it, Target and Walmart, whatever.
Mm.
So you spend a certain amount. So what's the point?
That's the point. Jason, late, but hey guys. Hey Jason, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, let's just do one last comb here through. See what everyone's talking about. Do you think the Hasbro HasLab Rancor will get successfully backed? What do you think, John?
What are we at right now for it? Let me look that up really quick. I think it will, because I think the HasLab brand has created this like sense of investment if I buy this item. And aren't there like a lot of boutique stores and places out there buying some of this stuff in bulk now? I feel like that's helping sell through. I mean, like I think if the barge was started again today, it would get more than 9,000 ish backers. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I think it will.
I think so too. Yeah, I think they'll make it work. It's got a long deadline, right? It's going all the way through December.
Yeah,
I think it will.
it's got almost 2,600 backers.
It'll get there.
So
I
that's
say within a month it'll be there, I think.
it's almost a third of the way. So yeah.
Kevin says the Hasbro Pulse Convention exclusives seem okay this time. They were up a while. So yeah, were they? I was at work. I wasn't able to really like monitor.
Yeah, I mean they were. I don't know how the Black Series ones went, but I'm pretty sure the Emperor was available for a couple hours, and then he switched over. Then he switched over to a pre-order for next year. So.
Okay, so kind of like what they did last year. They had some allotment there for sale, and then the rest went to pre-order for a later point.
Yeah, like the Heroes of Endor. That one did it, right?
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I think that's better than a disappointed, disgruntled customer. Even if you gotta wait,
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one. Daniel says, I still don't understand why a multi-million-dollar company such as Hasbro needs fans to fund production of toys from one of the most popular franchises of all time. Just produce the toys that fans want.
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons, right? I mean, one of them is they don't have to sell them to a retailer at a wholesale price. They make more profit, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of broken things with retail right now, and it's burned the line. I think customers with clearance. I mean, there's a lot of things I think have just caused this to happen. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could. I mean, yeah, they're a multi-billion-dollar, one of the second biggest toy manufacturer in the world. I think they totally could, but that's just not the way their business model runs. I don't think any company's business model runs that way. They allot a certain budget to the Star Wars team each fiscal year, and they have to work within those constraints in order to make things happen. Could they increase the budget? Yeah. I mean, they could. The people in charge could absolutely do that. They could say, Hasbro Star Wars team, here's a 20% increase for this year for Star Wars. And then they could use that to fund extra waves, extra SKUs, different things. But until they get to that point where I guess they feel that it needs that budget, who knows? We don't actually look at their financials or what that budget looks like. Maybe it is increased for next year. Who knows? But I don't think they're obviously not running at the same capacity they did in decades past, where it was just like everything. And I think part of that too is just the costs of things. It's not as inexpensive to produce toys as it was, when you're dealing with detail, articulation, and shipping costs and manufacturing cost increases in labor and
rising labor costs. Yeah, no, that's a lot of great points there. I mean, and some of this stuff is almost like we're saying borderline collectible versus toy. Like, I don't think we'd get the Razor Crest in its detail if it wasn't this type of project. So I think some people don't care for that, and that's fine, But I think some of us want it to have that premium collectability and style to it that want that. So yeah, I think there's a lot of factors there, and I think obviously the pandemic has made those issues even more compounded. So it's not going away.
This is a good one right here. You get to early order. You get to early order Star Wars from Pulse if you show them a Grogu enamel pin.
Ah,
I see what you did there.
is he talking about the pin that came with the Walmart exclusive?
Yes, for some mystery. That one is a mystery. That one is a weird. I still don't understand what happened there.
I feel so lame for being excited that I got a couple of those.
I did too. I got a couple.
It was like one distribution center of theirs, like in like the Midwest, I think. And we were like, if you got a package from there, odds are good. You got it. And I put one on my daughter's backpack.
Oh,
I gave it to her and she put it on her backpack. I'm like, don't lose it. Don't lose it off your backpack.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Towards other ways, says still no blurg. Really hoping it makes its way into TVC. Definitely. I feel like this is there's a strong from what I've seen and heard and kind of evaluated, I think that the market could support a smaller vehicle / creature sort of SKU assortment. And I think as I talked with Tim in the last episode, I think that targeting the price point is probably more important than targeting a specific product to fit into that kind of assortment. Say it's a $50 price point, like these play sets we're getting, and you get something like 2 speeder bikes and a driver, a biker scout. You get something like a land speeder with Luke. You get something like a blurg with a quill or something. I think just finding that price point, making a uniform sort of packaging style to fit, so that works with shelves, right? At retail. And everything's going to kind of go together. How one box is this big, one that's like smaller. I think is kind of the key, I feel like, for something like that. I feel like it's doable. And I know a lot of people are asking for the speeder bikes and those blurgs. So I fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is what you alluded to with the conversation with you and Tim, where, we got so much other stuff coming up. Is season 1 of The Mandalorian too far back now? And
yeah,
it's too bad. It's so iconic. You can't forget about that. The bike, the speeder bikes and the blurg. Can't.
We had the speeder bikes in season 2.
Oh, right.
So I feel like that.
That's right. When they were raw.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get I get that point. We're still getting original trilogy merchandise. We're still getting prequel trilogy merchandise. So I mean, I think it could work. I think I see a lot of support online for that.
I feel like was it something in a Q&A? I forgot what was said, but I'll have to go back to what Chris said to me. But it was we brought up actually no, it was when we brought up the Velkin, and that Mithril had more he actually had speaking lines and dialogue, main characters. Sorry, it wasn't necessarily the blurg, but I agree with you. It's so iconic at this point that, and yeah, they're going back 40 years from today, so why not?
I think it could work. I think it's doable. It's just a matter of, they say Hasbro says that they do listen, so I guess be more vocal about it, campaign around it.
Yeah, And Hot Toys is coming out with one that looks freaking fantastic.
Hey, yeah, good point. Hot Toys can do it. They're not going to sell as many as Hasbro would sell. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, that's an untapped market right there. That smaller assortment. That's not quite like mid-sized vehicles, but it's not quite. I think treating it like that playset SKU, that $50.
Yeah.
And I think
So that's going to most retailers. They said the Navarro playset is going to most retailers. So that fits that kind of mid-size, like you're just saying, mid-size item. It should make a shelf. I I only saw the play sets at Best Buy. A lot of them just sit there. Well, Carbon Chamber did. Um, but I'm seeing also today, I actually saw 3 Antok Merrick X-Wings again at my Target on a shelf, and they have a SKU and a tag, whatever. Um, so if is that considered a larger vehicle?
I'm
Right,
sorry,
that's
which one?
considered.
Which one?
And that's good. The Antok Blue Leader's X-wing.
Oh yeah,
That's large. That's large.
I would say so. Yeah, that's more of a
Yeah,
larger vehicle. Anything
but
that has
they have space for it. So why can't you put something
hmm.
medium size there? Is it just not enough money in the coffers of Target and Walmart?
Yeah, I mean that's another factor as well. Like, is what how does retail feel about it? I'm sure they make some sort of pitch to say, we can offer this thing to you at this price. Does it work with your planograms? So I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's doable, but again, we're seeing a small part of the picture, so
yeah. I want it.
I want it
Damn
to.
it.
Would love to see that $50 price point for small vehicles and beasts. The Jurassic stuff is always on shelf. It makes me want the blurk. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Jurassic stuff is always on shelf. That is true.
they are
Um,
pumping out all sorts of new stuff, right?
yeah, it's been nonstop since 2018. It's been nonstop, constantly new products. A lot of it is repaints at this point and retools and stuff.
Yeah,
But there's constantly stuff on shelf. There's, if you collect it, the line like I do, um,
yeah,
you're gonna keep busy. You're gonna keep busy, and there's some quality stuff. Like we talked before about the Legacy collection. You get this huge Brachiosaurus for $50. I mean, that's
yeah.
unheard of. I cannot imagine like a Star Wars creature of that size for $50.
I know. I have one of them. I don't have the newest one, which I can't pronounce that dinosaur's name. Um, but yeah, I'm talking about too the 6-inch stuff. They're like pumping out all those creatures, um, all sorts of different sized creatures for that too. It's like,
Yeah,
damn. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's quite different. Of course, they don't have a Pulse Con or anything like that either, though. So be cool if they did.
yeah.
Yeah. So John, we've been going almost 2 hours. I know it's really late over on the East Coast, and I'm sure been a long day. Been a long day for me. I'm tired, and and I'm 3 hours behind you. Um. So yeah, no, it's been fun. Any final thoughts or anything you want to touch on before we end this thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm I'm happy that obviously the Pulse Con went well for the Hasbro team, and the HasLab was kicked off finally. Like we found out about that forever ago. Whoops. Um, but I'm curious now when the next uh, uh, convention or fan reveal is. I feel like someone mentioned that there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's happening uh, later this fall or early winter for the Mandalorian. Do you know? Sorry if,
Yeah, not
but
entirely sure. I know
okay,
that they had said the Black Series one is like December. So
okay. Well, so I'm curious when the next thing is because I really hope to hear about some stuff we've been waiting for, and again, I want to see some more stuff from season 2 of The Mandalorian
I do too.
specifically.
I do.
So that for me was like a bit of a I want more of that. And but anyways, again, it's always a good time sitting here and talking about this stuff with you and having a drink. And that's how I enjoy spending my nights. So thank you.
Absolutely. Perfect way to spend Friday nights. Mando Mule and Star Wars
Yeah,
Toy Chat.
right on. So yeah,
Really
thanks for
fun.
having me.
Yeah, no, thank you, John. And thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody who's been leaving questions and comments and who's been hanging out. Some of you have been here since the beginning, almost 2 hours. So sorry.
Yeah.
No, thank you for hanging out. We love it and
Cheers.
appreciate it. So cheers to you. Cheers to everybody. And yeah, let's keep finish the 96. Back TVC, save 375, time for Tonica, vote for Vilken, all that stuff. Let's make it happen. Really appreciate it. Let's hope that next time we get another fan day or anything, we get to see more stuff that'll get us excited and things that are can continue to grow the vintage collection and make it more accessible to people globally and keep it going for years to come. I'm here for it.
Amen.
Well, thanks, John. We'll see you next time. And everyone else, we'll see you next week. Have a great day. Or no, not next week. Actually, I'm not here next week. In 2 weeks, we will be back for Cantina Cocktail Hour. I will see you then. Have a good night. Be safe, be well. May the force be with you.
Bye everyone. Take care.